quick thank you to our sponsors for making this podcast possible. They keep this show free to listen to.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
When your child shares because they want a sticker, they have learned something, but it isn't generosity. They've learned to figure out how to get the reward. Children who seek rewards are not learning morality. They're learning how to bribe. And that really is what rewards are. They are bribery. And bribery is punishable in a court of law, but we use it on our children. They're learning what you value and how to perform to get it. That's the trap. The carrot doesn't grow a kind kid. It grows a kid who watches you to find out who they need to be. Almost all of us have this in us. It isn't because, it's just a one-off. This is very deeply ingrained in our society, in our communities. Okay, so I'm going to give you what to say instead. Because it's not just enough to take away the good job or leave you standing there in silence and terrified to say anything at all because you're worried you're going to ruin your child. I've had a lot of people tell me that. I can't say I'm proud of you. I can't tell them how happy I am that they're doing good. I feel terrified to say anything. And we don't want that. That isn't the point of this. The point is just not to motivate behavior using these things. You don't have to go cold, but you can get more real with your child than just saying, I am proud of you and good job. Those two we can take out. There are better things to say, and we don't need to use them to motivate behavior. So when you see your child doing something, instead of saying, good job on that drawing, you can just say, oh, wow, you did this corner so beautifully with blue. Why don't you tell me about it? Really have a conversation with your child. Talk to them about what they're doing. Don't just give your value or your valuation to their work. Good job, bad job. There's more to say than that. And if they're doing something and you really do want to tell them how proud you are, there's a way to say it that doesn't have to have so much sting. So instead of saying, I'm proud of you, try, you must really feel proud of yourself. Wow, how do you feel about that? Ask them. Have them look inside of themselves instead of looking for our validation. We don't want our kids to look for us to feel good about themselves. We want them to look inside. Okay, instead of rewarding the behavior, connect. Good job sharing. Here's a sticker. Here's a goodie. Instead, you can say, wow, you gave her a turn. How did that feel? How did you feel? I noticed it, but what's going on with you? You're pointing them toward the real reward, which is never the sticker. It's their own joy of sharing. Instead of good boy, good girl, just love them. I love being with you. I'm so glad you're my kid. You can absolutely say those things when you see your kid doing something that makes you feel joy inside. We don't have to say, good boy, good girl. But none of it is said to motivate behavior. It is not said to get a child to do something. We really have to get in tune with that and make sure that's not why we're doing it. So we need to ask ourselves, am I about to evaluate my child or am I just noticing them? There's a big difference. Okay, try this. Pick your most automatic phrase. Is it good job, good girl? I'm so proud of you. The one that flies out 50 times a day. When you hear it this week or you catch yourself coming out, swap it for something else. Instead, describe what you actually see. Oh, you worked on that puzzle for 20 whole minutes. Wow. Or give them some feedback. Wow, you must feel proud about that. Or, wow, that project was really hard. Tell me how you did it. Really have a conversation. Really notice your child. I want to name the 3 things that are probably coming up for you right now because I hear these when I'm coaching with folks. These are kinds of things people will say. I can never tell my kid they did well. That feels terrible. No, that's not what we're saying. And I think it gets put into bite-sized chunks in social media where you're like, don't say I'm proud of you. And then you're just left thinking, wow, I can never be proud of my kid. Instead, be delighted, be thrilled, be all of it, but just don't evaluate them. You can be over the moon about your child and never once turn it into how you feel about them, into a grade, into an evaluation. What about this? My kid's already on the reward system at school, in sports, everywhere. Haven't I already lost? Isn't it, might as well join them because everybody's doing it? No, you haven't. You don't control the whole world and you don't need to. You only need to be one place where your child's worth is not for sale, at home. Home can be the place where they feel respected and regarded and understood and seen. That's enough to change everything. Your home is the most important place. They will learn. And my kids have learned. Both of my kids went to Catholic schools where there was a lot of praise and reward and grades and everything was deeply evaluated, but they knew that at home they didn't have to be that way. And what about this idea? I was raised on gold stars and I turned out fine. Maybe. And also, a lot of us who were raised on gold stars grew up into adults who cannot rest. If we got praised, then we tie our whole sense of worth into our output, and we might fall apart when no one is cheering for us. If you've ever felt that in yourself, you already know this is your body. You won't do anything unless all the work is done. And we end up killing ourselves to get the work done just to reward ourselves by having a treat at the end of the day or sitting down. How healthy is that? How healthy is that for our brain? How healthy is that for our body? Our whole culture runs on the carrot. School, work, every app on your phone runs on it. So this is genuinely counterculture work, and you will feel that. But I know firsthand what happens on the other side of it. A kid who does the right thing when no one is watching because it's who they are, not because there's a prize. Then there's a lot of research out there, and the research says once that prize is gone, once that external motivation is gone, so is the good behavior. It teaches children nothing. What about this idea? My parents never told me they were proud of me. This is me. And I'm always looking for that acceptance. Is it acceptance that you're looking for, or is it connection? Because I can tell you all of those things I told you that you can say or that maybe you should try saying are connective. And is that really what we're seeking? Is a deep connection with another person. We feel that they're proud of us. We don't need to be told it to motivate behavior. There's a huge difference. We really all want relationships where we can feel connection. And that's what this parenting ideology does. It gives kids connection. That's what we work every day inside of Peace and Parenting, is to help people feel more connected to their kids. Here is your roadmap. Catch your most automatic praise phrase. Just notice it for one day. Don't change anything yet. Just notice it. Where is it? How many times are you doing it? When does it fly out? Just notice. Just notice. Step 2, once you've noticed for a couple of days, swap it out for a description. Instead of good job or you did X, you can say, oh, cool. You really worked hard on that project. Tell me all about it. Step 3, hand one feeling back once a day. The next time you reach for, I'm so proud of you, try, you must be proud of yourself. Or, how do you feel about this thing that you did? Watch their face. Watch what they do. Watch how they feel about themselves. They're not looking for you to be proud of them. Say one unconditional thing a day. I love being with you. I'm so glad you're my kid. Wow, this is so fun being here. Step 5, pick one reward system in your house and start to get rid of it. The sticker chart, the dessert behavior deal. What about the dessert? Here's a sneaky one that a lot of people don't think about. You can have your dessert after you eat your dinner. That's a reward. And it's the only way many people get their kids to eat their dinner is to give them the cookie after dinner. And that's a huge bribe. And what if you stopped giving them the cookie? Would they still eat the dinner? And are you asking them to please you with behavior? And also, what does that do to their eating? There's a whole thing to unravel with that. So pick your reward system and get rid of it. Lose it. Do away with it. That's the work. None of it is theoretical, and all of it can start today. Okay, I want to tell you about a mom who I worked with. Just in case there's a reward system happening in your house, this might resonate for you. She came to me with her 7-year-old daughter, the sweet kid, but the kid was super anxious and super perfectionist. This mom was not a yeller and did not struggle with punishments. She didn't feel close to her daughter, and the daughter was very nervous and started to be withdrawn, and so that's why she hired me. Once we started talking during our one-on-one coaching sessions, I started to realize the whole house ran on charts. Stars for getting dressed, stars for kindness, stars for not melting down, even stars for good grades, and cash for grades on Friday for the 8-year-old, and prizes or more TV time, or she had to earn her TV time. She had to earn her play dates by being good. It had worked, and essentially it was still working. And the kid had good grades and really actually was obedient. But then one day her daughter asked, when her mom asked her to brush her teeth, the daughter asked, "What do I get?" The daughter started bribing the mom. And the mom told me the thing that scared her most were that if there was no sticker, the child would not do anything. And pretty soon the child was bribing her to get anything done. So I asked her to try one thing, not a better chart, not more rewards. I asked her to take the chart down and replace it with noticing, narrate what she saw instead of scoring it to say, I love being with you on the ordinary days, and that nothing had to be earned. We infused the home with more connection. We did special time, and the anxious child began to relax. The first week without the chart was rocky. Her daughter kept asking where the stars went. The mom just kept noticing out loud, "You helped your brother. Did you see how happy that made him? No prize, just attention on the real thing." We knew things were better one afternoon, though, when her daughter helped a little kid at the park, a kid that she had never seen with no one keeping the score, and didn't mention it once, didn't ask for anything. The mom said that was the moment that she cried, that she really understood her daughter being kind because she wanted to be kind, not because she was being given something. She said, I spent a year teaching her to earn my approval. It took 1 month of just connecting to give it back to herself. That's what changes when you take the carrot out from between you and your child. They stop performing for your love because they finally know they're loved no matter what. And that's unconditional love. And that's what connection really does for people. Connection creates a home full of unconditional love where nobody's earning and nobody's being punished. And I work one-on-one with parents every day to do that and to infuse connection into their homes. Parents who did everything the gentle way, like this mom, who praised, who rewarded, who never raised their voice, and who can feel underneath all of it that their child is performing instead of trusting, that they don't know how to change. So coaching with me or my coaches is private. It's just you and your coach, and sometimes your partner. We look at your specific child, the specific patterns in your house, and maybe it is yelling, and maybe it is punishments, but maybe it's not. We take the specific moments in your childhood that's still running in the background, and we build something that works for your family. Thank you for joining me on the Peace in Parenting podcast. I'll see you next time.
Hey there, Peace in Parenting family. If you love the podcast but wish to enjoy it without interruptions, your wish has come true. Introducing the ad-free version of the Peace in Parenting podcast, available exclusively on Apple Podcast. As a subscriber, you'll get all the heartfelt advice, parenting stories, and actionable tips you love without any ads. For less than the cost of a coffee each month, you will enjoy uninterrupted listening while also supporting our work to help you build stronger connections with your kids. Try it out for free. Simply find Peace in Parenting on Apple Podcasts, click Try Free, and you'll gain immediate access to our ad-free episodes. There's no commitment and you can cancel anytime. So if you're ready for a more peaceful, uninterrupted listening experience, subscribe now. Let's keep focusing on connection without the distractions.